Hey, what is up, guys? It's Kenny here, and welcome to a final, not a final impressions, but the beta's over and everything. So I'm gonna talk about what I think about the game now that I've had time to play both betas via console, PC, and whatnot. And I've put a lot of hours into the game, so I feel like now's we did our first impression, our first couple of games, what we thought. But now after playing all weekend, both weekends, what do I actually think about the game, and do I think it has a future or whatnot? And not just on console, but on PC as well. Because a lot of you guys may know PC COD usually dies pretty quickly. And when I say die, I don't mean it's not playable at all, but the player base drops down usually pretty fast within the first 2 months of the game being out. So this year, as you guys may know, some of you guys might be console guys and stuff like that, but other guys might be PC guys. I'm not sure how many people follow me. Comment down below, actually. I would like to see this. If you guys play on console and watch my videos, if you guys play on PC and watch my videos, I really want to see. So comment down below right now, pause the video, and then replay the video once you guys get back. So that being said, let me talk about my final thoughts, everything about COD, some of the good, some of the bad. I'm going to try to stay away from most of the bad because, honestly, I don't think there was really that much. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, I just want to say that I think this game is going to do great. I just want you guys to know. I think this is going to be a great game on PC. I think it's going to be a great game on console. I think it's going to do very well for everybody playing it. And I think it's going to have a long life, hopefully all the way up until the next Call of Duty gets released. And hopefully that COD's good as well, so we can just keep moving on, blah, 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 stuff like that. So far, I'm going to talk mostly about the PC, because you guys on console, you guys usually always get, a pretty good game, a good player base and stuff like that. So some of these issues that PC players deal with, a lot of you guys on console don't have to deal with it. So PC, communication and feedback. Usually this is a really weak point for PC, especially from Call of Duty games. Not specifically Black Ops, because Black Ops usually does pretty good on PC, but there is a really bad deal with communication and stuff for PC players versus console, because it's a different platform. If you guys have played both, then you know that certain things on console do better than certain things on PC, and certain things on PC are way more overpowered than certain things on console. It's a different platform. It plays completely different, and we'll get into that a little bit about some of the great things that they're doing already to help get rid of some of these issues. So communication and feedback has been fantastic on both sides, I feel. There's been a lot of support on patches and listening to the community on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, and updating and fixing the game off of the most complained about things and stuff like that. So a lot of it is obviously, from a public standpoint, there's not competitive yet and stuff. And I think some of the games in the past have had issues with only focusing on competitive and not on public, standpoint of the game. If something was broken in competitive, we usually saw a patch for it, even in public stuff as well. But that really doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm just pointing it out. So communication and feedback on PC has been fantastic. There's been a new Twitter handle at TBNRKPC, who has been, keeping us up to date with what's going on, posting the Reddit post over on Twitter. So in case we don't watch Reddit, because I personally do not use Reddit, but I am on Twitter all the time. So it's nice seeing that this, whoever's in charge of the PC Twitter account is also, updating us with links to what they're posting on Reddit, so we don't miss out on anything as well. So that's been great. So whoever's running that Twitter, you're doing a fantastic job. If you see this video, thank you for keeping us up to date and keeping us, interested in what's going on and stuff like that. And we're not really missing anything that you guys are putting out because you've been so great about keeping us updated. So thank you very much. On topic with that, the PC has been getting separate patches versus console. Like I was saying earlier, some things on console are a little OP versus some things on PC. Some things on PC are a little bit more overpowered than console. For instance, the Koshka, I know on console the Koshka has been really good as well, but on PC, the snipers are insane. Obviously, you have more control with the mouse. You don't have to worry about using a joystick to aim, so you have a lot more accuracy on PC, and they have noticed this. A lot of people have been complaining about this over to Treyarch, the PC team, letting them know, guys, the snipers on PC are insane. And I agree. I've been using the sniper just because I love sniping. But, man, the sniping on PC is over freaking powered, man. Especially if you put on armor on your class and someone shoots you, you take, no damage. So even if you miss your first shot, you can take another shot and still be fine. You get like almost a guaranteed 2 shots if you're using armor off before you die, which is insane. I think armor in this game is pretty broken right now, but like I said, I'm going to try to save all that stuff for the end. We're just going to try to go over what I think is really good right now. But yeah, so PC has gotten separate patches, and even in the beta, which makes me think that, going up to the full game, it's going to be the same. So I'm super excited for that, because that's a really, really big issue with a lot of the old CODs. For instance, Black Ops 3, I know I've talked about this before in Black Ops 3 and stuff, but we never got separate patches. The P06 on PC was broken for the entirety of the game. The entire game, the P06, I think it got nerfed once, and the nerf was so... It was almost unrecognizable. Like, it almost seemed like there was no nerf. So that's why I'm saying it was insane. The Purifier on PC has been broken since day one. No nerf. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows it on PC. Everybody abused it on PC. It's still broken to this day. The P06 and Purifier are the most insane things in Black Ops 3 on PC. Never got nerfed except for that little one P06 fire rate one, which did really nothing, honestly. So this is why I'm so excited, because now if something's broken on PC versus console, they're like, well, it's fine on console. We're just going to give them the console patch on PC and they'll just have to deal with it. Now we're getting our separate patches, man. So the Koshka sniper on console, I don't know if it got nerfed or not, but I know on PC there was a separate patch that nerfed the Koshka and made it so you had to aim a lot higher, or 1 unit higher, whatever a unit is registered on their, on the game. I don't really know what a unit stands for, how high it is or how not high it is. So you have to shoot higher. The laser sight got nerfed on PC because you can move around faster and hip fire. It's insane. And there were some other things that got nerfed as well. But I just wanted to point out that getting separate PC patches is a great step in the right direction. And the feedback and everything is so good. So on that note, everything is looking very, very good. Now, moving on to Battle.net. So if you guys know, some of you guys may not, if you're on console once again, that Call of Duty has been on Steam for a very long time. I don't know when the first one, I think maybe Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare, I don't know. One of the games that was on Steam. All of them are on Steam, but you didn't have to play all of them on Steam, so that's what I was trying to say. But anyways, COD has been on Steam, which is a thing on PC. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a Netflix for video games in a way. Just like most of the games on PC are on Steam, Origin, or Battle.net. This year, Call of Duty is on Battle.net. And the great thing about Battle.net is Overwatch is also on Battle.net. And Overwatch, you run into not a lot of cheaters. You do not run into a lot of cheaters on Overwatch. And on the PC open beta, which open, by the way, means people can cheat and not have to worry because they didn't pay for the game. It's an open beta, and anyone can play. So if you were one of those kids that like to cheat in video games, you could cheat on PC in the open beta and not have to worry about it. But I can say without a doubt that I did not run into any cheaters on PC during the open beta, which is a first. Black Ops 3 open beta had a lot of cheaters. And the reason why I think this is so prominent is, one, Battle.net has a great anti-cheat, and two, for the older CODs, since they were all on Steam, the cheats were pretty much like a copy-paste. They changed a couple things in the cheat engine, and then they could just copy it over to the other game, and then people would use it, blah, 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 move forward from there. So I didn't run into one cheater during the beta, which is a first for me for Call of Duty beta on PC, open one at least. So that is a really good sign. I'm hoping that the anti-cheat, continues to work great. If people find cheats, I hope, the anti-cheat gets patched fast and gets rid of any of those nerds that like to cheat and ruin the game for everybody. So I'm super excited about that. Like I said, that's a first for me in an open beta on PC, not running into any kind of cheaters or anything. I remember Black Ops 3 was pretty bad. So I'm super excited for this. Optimization on PC. A lot of people are having issues with some of their performance. I'm not too sure about this. I personally had no issues. Yes, I wasn't getting insane amount of FPS that I would have liked to have had, but at the same time, I don't think I dropped below 120 frames per second, even on max settings. Now, I turned my settings down because obviously, I have a 240 hertz monitor. I want as much FPS as I can get. That way I can, fully utilize my 240 hertz. But me personally, I didn't run into any issues. I do have a higher NPC, so that may be it. I do firmly believe that the optimization on PC is going to, get fixed, and it's going to be a lot better on full release. Obviously, the beta is going to help them get data on what systems were struggling so they can, find optimizations for those specific systems and stuff like that. And, hopefully get some optimizations. NVIDIA drivers, AMD drivers are hopefully going to get updated to make the game run a little bit better and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's going to be, general stability patches in the game, after release, to further the efforts towards optimization. But for me personally, I didn't have an issue. The game ran really well. Like I said, I wasn't getting insane FPS, up to 200s, but I was getting over 120 pretty much the whole time. So for me, optimization wasn't really a bad thing, but I know people did struggle with it. So hopefully in the full launch, we can see something that, kind of takes care of that. And then moving on, another cool thing about this game is the Battle Royale. I'm sure everybody knows about this if you guys are Call of Duty fanboys or whatever. The Blackout beta is coming in September, so I'm super excited to try that out. And dude, I'm so stoked for this game. It's weird. I was like this with Black Ops 3, and I ended up loving Black Ops 3. I played it for pretty much 2 years, maybe a little bit more. The beta was so fun for me in Black Ops 3. And this game plays like Black Ops 3, but boots on the ground. So I am having a blast, and I'm really looking forward to getting on the full game. And I hope I have as much fun in this game as I did in Black Ops 3, if not more. And speaking of fun, the game is fun. In my opinion, I think the game is fun. I think it's worth the buy. I personally bought the highest level you can. I bought the $120 version because for me, I usually always end up buying the COD points, to unlock some crates and stuff like that. And the biggest bundle came with the game. It comes with the Blackout Pass, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what that is. But it also came with 8,000 COD points, which I think is I want to say like $100 value or something like that. I don't know. That's probably wrong, right? Yeah, that can't be right. What was it? 13,000 COD points for $100? So maybe it's I don't know. Either way, it was for me and how much I play, and I was already going to buy some COD points and stuff. For me, it was a good investment, and I think the game is going to be really fun. So with that being said, some of the negative things, obviously, you guys, if you watch any of my videos in the past in Black Ops 3, you guys know I do not like specialists, especially assault specialists. If it's like vision pulse and something like that, then that's okay, it's still kind of OP because you can see people through walls and stuff, but it's not like a free kill streak where, you get like a gravity spike and stuff like that. There's a lot of annoying specialists. The Tempest is not too bad. The only thing I don't like about the Tempest, I don't like that little Segway cart that rolls around and shocks you. I think that thing's very OP. Sometimes something pops up on my screen that's press F to break free from this thing, but sometimes, I swear to God, and you guys can ask other players as well, that doesn't pop up. Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure if that's a bug or what's going on, but there's some kind of issue with me and this stupid electrifying Segway thing that I can't escape it sometimes. It just does, the message doesn't pop up sometimes. It's so weird. I'm not sure what's going on with that. There's some other ones that I find pretty annoying just for the fact that how much health they have. The Guardian shield, I think it has too much health. The razor wire, I think, is insane. I have to put 3 clips into that thing to break it. I get, maybe 1 clip, maybe a clip and a half, but anything more than that is just kind of insane. And I also had the idea of, how there's a tomahawk attachment where you can put on the tomahawk, in the grenade slot and whatnot. I think it'd be really cool to add a wrench or something I don't know what they would, maybe wire cutter or something specifically for some of these specialist things like the Guardian. So if you take out your wrench, you can hit the Guardian barricade thing in 2 hits. If you walk up to the razor wire and you have this thing out, it just gives it another tactical thing that I think would work towards competitive. It's oh shoot, okay, we need somebody with the wrench to come over here and break this barbed wire with 2 hits so we can move forward. That way, one, you don't have to shoot and get detected on the map while you're trying to break it, because you can't punch the barbed wire without taking damage. If you guys noticed that, they patched that. So it'd be nice, I think, to have a wrench type utility in your grenade slot for the people who are, maybe playing S&D and they're trying to rush a certain route. Say somebody puts barbed wire down, then they just pull out the tactical wrench, they 2-smack the razor wire, and they move forward or something like that. I think it would also help in other game modes. I was playing Hardpoint on this map, and people there was 3 different barbed wires. There was one on the right side, one on the left side, and one in the middle door. You literally had one route to get to the hardpoint, and if you wanted to break the razor wire, like I said, you had to put 2 clips in, and by the time you're shooting that, people see you light up on the map and stuff, and it's insane. They can hear where you're shooting from, and it's super annoying. And now you can't punch the barbed wire because you take damage from it. So if you keep punching it, you eventually like die. So it's just like maybe adding something like that to counter those two things would be really cool. And then just the other specialists, you know, the heat wave thing I think is broken. I'm not a big fan of it. You can't heal through the heat wave and whatnot. You can't heal for like 15 seconds after the heat wave hits you, even if you kill the heat wave guy. So you're just so vulnerable to everybody else that pushes. The purifier is not as OP as Black Ops 3, but it's still pretty nuts, especially if you get them in the spawn or like on a spawn beacon or whatever. It can be pretty nuts if they just keep spawning around you. You just keep burning them and stuff like that. But you know, I get it. The War Machine, obviously not really a big fan of that. I do love the Ruin Grapple just because it adds some movement to the game, which I think is really awesome. I do think it can be a little broken at sometimes whenever people like grapple into a window or whatever. But I don't know. I think it's fun. The grapple is my favorite specialist in the game. Or Ruin, sorry. Not mostly because of the ground and pound, but just because of the grapple thing. Speaking of that, like I said, going into the specialist, I just don't like that you get a free kill streak, even if you're not doing anything. You know, like right here, boom. Oh, triple kill. One, I only saw 2 guys on my screen, killed 3. So, you know, that doesn't seem too fair. And it's like a free kill streak. So even if bad players are not doing like really anything, if they're just camping and stuff, they can still get their specialist. Same as it was in Black Ops 3. I feel like it's a free kill streak for noobs, and that's one thing about it I don't really like. If it's like a specialist where you just get a grapple hook, or you get like the vision, the recon dart or whatever, I think that's fine. So that's a negative. Armor was a huge thing. Nobody liked it in the beta, so we'll see what happens there. I would like to see them. I think it's way too late now. Obviously, I don't think they're going to do it now, so I almost don't want to talk about it. But I would have liked to see them maybe test out like 125 health and see how that played versus 150. I think the time to kill is a little bit too long, especially when, like, I don't know, it feels like sometimes some guns just don't do any damage. So it's really weird. Sometimes if you get on a good like lobby or connection or whatever, you know, you kind of melt sometimes, but other times it seems like you're putting like a whole clip into somebody before they die. And that's another thing. In Black Ops 3, if you ran into like 3 people, if you played smart, maneuvered yourself around the map, whatever, you know, used your jetpack, whatever you want to call it, you could kill those 3 guys. You know, if you're a good player and they were, you know, average players, you could outplay them and kill them pretty easily. In this game, it's a lot harder to do, and I think that's why a lot of people are having some hard times trying to get nukes and stuff. I know people used to drop nukes like left and right in Black Ops 3 and stuff like that. Black Ops 4, I still see nukes. I got a nuke myself, but you don't see nukes popping off like every 3 games somebody's getting a nuke. Like Nate didn't get a nuke in this game, and that guy is a nuke machine. He just drops nukes all the time. So it's really surprising to see a lot of people not getting nuclears. I don't think any of my friends that I play with got a nuke, which it's just weird to see, especially in an open beta where you're getting a lot of new players to COD and stuff like that. It just goes to show that with the extra health and stuff, you can't just roll through enemies like you could in other games. Now, if you run into a group of 3, you're pretty much guaranteed dead unless you have a specialist or something. So it's you got to play a little bit different if you want to try to go for those nuke sprees and stuff. You definitely have to play a lot more passive, which is not really my playstyle, never has been. But you can tell in this gameplay right here, or the gameplay yesterday. Sorry, by the way, I'm using the same gameplay. It's because my files, a lot of my recordings corrupted, so I only have like 4 gameplays of Black Ops 4, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, you can tell that I'm playing really passive, and I'm not going into certain areas just because I know if I run into 2 or 3, I'm dead pretty much no matter what I do, just because of the time to kill. So it's a little bit different, the game. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just different. You have to play different, especially if you're trying to go for those streaks and stuff like that and try to get really cool YouTube gameplays that are like, you know, insane. So besides that, guys, I'm trying to think. Some of the score streaks were lackluster. They nerfed the dog, which I think was a really good idea. It's definitely a lot more nerfed than it was before. That thing used to fly around. And I'm sure there's other things that I'm missing. But overall, I had a lot of fun with the game. Me personally, I'm going to give the game like a 9 out of 10. That's how much fun I actually had with it. So I'm really looking forward to the Blackout beta. I think it'd be really cool if like they had the Blackout beta, but they just let the Blackout, like the Battle Royale, open until the full game release. I think that'd be really cool. But no, they're definitely going to have to make some changes, so there's no way that's happening. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was really long and I rambled on a lot, but I kind of wanted to try to cover everything that I could, and not being scripted or anything. I'm just going off the top of my head with a couple of notes here and there. I know I probably repeated a lot of stuff, so my apologies if I did, and if this video ran on for a little bit too long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. Also, comment down below if you guys play on PC or console. I'd really like to know, honestly. And if this video helps you guys, you know, in any way or whatever, making your decision on if you're going to get the game or not, then, you know, drop a like on the video. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, all that good stuff. anyways, I'll see you guys later. If I missed anything and you guys have a comment on it, just comment down below and I'll try to answer the comment. And I want to know your guys' feedback as well. So, use the comment box down below and drop all your comments. I want to read some of them. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. All right. Take care. I'll see you guys in the Blackout beta. For me, this is going to be the last gameplay until then. So, I'll see you guys then. Enjoy.